ancient traditions, rituals that are ceremonial, and shamanism. For some, the concepts might seem like they're from another world. But here at the Art of Enchantment, an exhibition in Tel Aviv that's so captivating, it can be called spellbinding. The spiritual realm is brought to the physical one through art.
This exhibition showcases the works of 12 famous and important international artists who create artworks inspired by the rituals and traditions of the cultures they came from. We also exhibit rare ethnographic items and archaeological items here, which are 3,000 years old.
The exhibition also features the works of artists from all over the world, including from Asia, Africa, and North and South America. But what is the link between spirituality and art? One of the places we sought to find the answer was in Pashpa. There is a forest encantada inside of us, a giant sculpture at the exhibition. It's where we would soon meet Ernesto Neto, a Brazilian contemporary visual artist who created the installation.
Pashpa is this sculpture here that we can get inside and stay here and breathe, dream, talk, sing, dance. It's the belly of a little frog that is everywhere, inside of us, outside of us. This air that's getting inside and outside of me is going to be getting inside and outside of you and all of us. So Pashpa is this little animal that we choose to be the representative of this big animal that is the planet Earth.
The artwork is influenced by the Hunikuin people who live deep in the Amazon rainforest, which Ernesto Neto has spent time with. And one of the shamans from the tribe paid a visit to the exhibition.
Within my culture, this is a representation of our symbols of nature. It represents the memory of nature for the world. It's an incredible work representing the symbol of the forest.
This is a place that is inspired very much on these ceremonies and this idea of creating a bridge between us and the forest, between us and the Great Spirit, between us and the art. The ceremonies that they do in the west of Amazon forest, they drink a medicine named worldwide named ayahuasca. This is something that really connects us to the Great Spirit, to the force of nature.
But that's not the only artwork here which reflects on the traditions of indigenous cultures at this exhibition. So is Rattle, a video art installation by Dana Claxton, who was inspired by the Lakota people.
Dana Claxton is Native American and the granddaughter of a shaman. She studied what the rattles looked like in museums and ancient archaeology. The rattle was one of the most important instruments of ancient Native American culture. They used it to call the spirit in their rituals. She created a rattle, and together with her musician friend, she creates a peyote ritual. This peyote ritual mourns the death of the Native American culture and its legacy. It is also the soundtrack of the entire exhibition.
The exhibition also combines art throughout history with modern messages, including in pieces like these.
Pieces that were inspired by the Day of the Dead, a holiday which is largely celebrated in Mexico and honors those who have passed, with Betsabe Romero, a Mexican visual artist, behind the installation, and other works at the exhibition. And more art which features culture in Central America also on display, including from Martín Gutiérrez, a transgender artist whose work on display is influenced by ancient civilization.
This is a part of the Demon series, which showcases figures of demons, Aztec goddesses from the Central American culture she belongs to. They are gender fluid. They're not entirely women or men.
But art and spirituality also meet across the world. In Africa, with monumental statues from Guinea here.
In the last few years, an Israeli architect named Michael Weiss worked there. He's helping the Guineans recover from a long period of brutal government. a combination of an extremist Muslim regime and communism. During the years, this regime tried and in many cases succeeded in destroying ritual art in the country, because the chiefs and the high priests who had these valuable items were suspected by the authorities of having too much power, which may be dangerous. So they burned and destroyed most of this glorious traditional art. They left only the artworks of the secret society of women. African society is divided into religious groups. One of them is that of the secret society of women. They mostly have a metaphysical power, and people are afraid of them. On one hand, they are limited in a political way, but they have a strong metaphysical power, so they didn't touch their art. And also, some of the wise women hide their property in a sacred forest where men aren't allowed to enter in any way.
The exhibition also includes an enchanting journey through sound, which is created by local Israeli artist Victoria Chana.
In the last few years, Victoria researched Jewish amulets. She took a very interesting amulet from the beginning of the 19th century, but the guardian angels who appear in this amulet are Muslim. This mutual creation interested her a lot. She turned this amulet into an installation.
In this exhibition, spirituality and the physical world meet through the magic of art.